Hello, scholars. Just a couple quick notes about what's going on this week. So, our reading this week has to do with ethics, and we're not going to do a lot of a lot of chatter about that in the discussion board, but it does come into play as we build up our speech to outlines and responses. So your first main point in speech 2 is advocating for your video presentation software, your VPS, showing what its features are, why it's beneficial to your classmates, why people would choose to use this particular software. Your second main point is more in the line of addressing the opposition, showing why other VPSs, such as the ones your group mates are using, won't necessarily be the right choice for your classmates. Now, to do this, it will take an ethical approach to that second main point. Now, 2 weeks ago, we talked a lot about ad hominem attacks, about straw person fallacies, about bandwagoning, things of that nature. And your task for that second main point will be to avoid fallacies in reasoning. While you are certainly advocating for one thing over another in this speech, it's not a debate. You're not trying to crush your classmates. You're not trying to beat people. What you're trying to do is make an impassioned argument for your particular VPS and then explain in the best possible way why some other products are not the right particular route for us to take. And this is both easy and difficult. Like, it's easy just to go and do it and to smash everybody with poor logic and poor reasoning. But it's more difficult, ultimately more rewarding and more persuasive if we take the right approach to this by finding the strongest arguments and defeating them, by showing everyone that what you have, what you are offering, is the best possible choice for a variety of reasons, rather than just saying everybody else is wrong because they suck, because they're doo-doo heads, whatever. I don't know, I just really just brought the pain on the insults there, I'm sure. So one of our two discussion posts this week is working with that first main point. So you'll see when you go and look at the discussion area that I'm asking you to write out the first main point for speech 2. And it's going to be a little bit longer than the first main point from your last speech. Should be the larger main point of your 2 for this speech 2. And you do have an extra minute for this speech, so you've got a little bit more time to flush out your ideas, to show everybody a little bit more about thought process and why these particular things are, one's stronger and one's weaker. And in your responses in that forum, this is where we're going to get a little bit different for discussion. I've got this written down so you can go and look at it. But your responses will be going into your classmates' threads and explaining the flaws inherent in your VPS. I know it seems counterintuitive when we're working with a pro-con and advocacy, a I'm right, others are wrong type speech. But we can bend the rules a little bit for what amounts to our practice sessions and public speaking here throughout the semester. What I want you to do is help your classmates build a stronger speech. And that's only going to happen well, it's not only going to happen, but it will be more helpful to make that happen if you will take the time to go and help them build that second main point. Tell them how they can address your particular VPS, what they might want to focus on. Give them some resources, give them some sources. It's perfectly fine. Because, again, our goal this semester isn't to be the be-all, end-all, most amazing public speeches that have ever been written. It's to learn some of these processes. It's to get better at these things so that later on in life or in your other classes, when there are more stakes in mind, that you're going to be more prepared for it. And, well, help your classmates prepare. Our second discussion that I think is listed first in the discussion boards here has to do with reasoning. This is the other half of chapter 12 from 2 weeks ago, and because we focused on fallacies last time, I want to look at particular types of reasoning, and there's a long post in there, a longer video post in there, discussing inductive and deductive reasoning. And I think it'll be a fun discussion just the way we're approaching it. We're going to talk a little bit about superheroes, examining the Justice League movie that'll be coming up here, I think in 3 weeks' time. So maybe you'll learn a little something you can share with people, and maybe you'll just learn a little something about reasoning. And either way, I'll be happy. In any case, please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be around all week, and obviously I think I look a little bit better, so I'm feeling a little better. I'm going to hopefully be more responsive, be able to be a little bit more active in discussion this week. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'll see you all online soon. Thanks, folks.